Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is David Draiman. I sing for Disturbed.
Okay, you just played here on the Fields of Rock. Are you satisfied with your gig today?
Never satisfied, but I think that it was a good show. I think that the audience reaction was fairly strong. Could have been stronger, but you know, once they become a little bit more familiar with us, maybe it will be.
Did you also play the Rock am Ring, Rock am Park, the German festivals? They're pretty big.
Yeah, I did Rock am Ring, Rock am Park. We played a show with Metallica in Berlin in the middle of the two, so it was a nice little 3-day run. And Rock am Ring was tremendous. You know, we played in front of 65,000 people, more people than we've ever played to in front of in our lives. So it was unbelievable.
I was to play. You can see Metallica every day play, so it must be awesome when you heard it to play with Metallica and that kind of stuff.
You could do worse, that's for sure. They certainly are one of our favorite bands, and we're just honored to be able to play with them whenever the opportunity presents itself.
And you just put out, and last fall you put out a new CD, Believe. How do you look back on that production? How do you look? Are you satisfied with the production?
We're satisfied with it. You know, we think it's a wonderful record. We think it's our strongest piece of work yet, and we hope to be able to continue to grow. You know, there's certainly a lot left for us to do, and a lot further for us to push ourselves. So we intend to do just that.
Because was there also a kind of different working process than the previous one, or another producer, Johnny Kay? So
much the same, you know. We always rely on the 4 members of the band and our creative influences. The records are always pretty much done by the time we're ready to walk into the studio. There isn't a whole lot of pre-production. Okay. We go in there when we're ready to track.
Yeah.
So.
And vocal-wise, did you experiment with some kind of stuff that you per se wanted on the CD?
We got a little bit more melodic, opened things up a little bit. It wasn't necessarily a conscious change; it was more subconscious. It's just kind of how things develop naturally. But we're very happy with the results of it.
Most beautiful things develop unconscious, I guess. So. But you guys are pretty big in the United States. Was it? Did you expect that, or how was your reaction? Because you sold millions.
Well, you never expect anything. You hope, but you know, and we continue to hope, and we don't think it's enough, and we never will. You know, thank God we've sold about 4.5 million records in the U.S., and which is a wonderful accomplishment. But we want to sell, you know, 100 million over the course of the entire world. Like, you know, we want to be able to touch everyone with our art, to be able to spread our music and our message to as many people as possible. There's never a limitations should never be set. You should always reach for the stars and try and grab them.
And lyric-wise, what kind of things do influence you lyric-wise? Maybe I can, because in the US it was a pretty tension period. A lot of tension going on with September 11th and the Gulf War. Was it of any influence on the record? Or?
Well, certainly. You know, life around us in every way, shape, and form influences the lyrical perspectives on every one of our records. And September 11th certainly had a lot to do with that. You know, you can't close your eyes to the events of the world, and that was part of the reason why Believe is a little bit more positive of a record from a lyrical perspective than The Sickness was. The Sickness was a little bit darker, but you know, there's only so much darkness that the world needs at this particular point in time, and metal has different sides to it. It isn't always meant to be dark. It's also meant to be enlightening and empowering, and that's what this record was all about.
Because it's also a very quote-unquote positive album title, I guess. It's just pretty simple. Believe.
Encouraging people to believe in something, anything, in an age where people believe in nothing. You know, to believe in themselves, to believe in the future of humanity, to believe in the supernatural or Mother Nature or God or whatever you want to call that external force you can't put your finger on. To believe that when you enter a dark room that there could be something there waiting for you. You know? To believe in something.
And you believe in your music, so...
Well, if